Man, in this video, man, I want to talk about ageism in hip hop. Since the inception of hip hop, it's been coined as a rebellious um, genre of music by adolescents and you know kids that went against the system. It's always been looked at as a young man's game in the rap game, and for whatever reason, um, they want to put an age on rapping and think after a certain age you need to hang it up regardless of your success or not. It's like nobody want to hear. Let mainstream America tell it. Nobody wants to hear a 40-year-old rapper. And it's good to see that um in recent time that it's starting to be more accepted. That rappers can be very successful and be at the top of the food chain past a certain age, in their elder years. Me personally, I never had nothing against age in hip hop because I'm one of those consumers that actually just love hip hop and I love everything about it. And I'm not a person that judge a rapper off of how many records they sold. It's about what touches the heart, what's feeding me. Pause. So with the success of the Clipse recent album, let God sort them out. Make sure y'all cop that. They just performed at the ESPYs last night. They're on a run with promo runs and things of that nature. But hearing them perform grinding on the ESPY stage, and I was a child when they came out, and not only have they um continued to progress musically with their rapping skills, they haven't fell off. They actually have gotten better. They don't even look old. And that's the dope thing about hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It's about being refreshing and exploring new ideas. And I think what people fail to realize is these rappers, man, these great rappers and that are able to keep living on this earth, man. You don't understand, man. Like, these are writers at the end of the day. These are prolific writers. Majority of great rappers would have been preachers, lawyers, some type of salesman. Like, the word piece is there for us. You know what I'm saying? So, or I'll let this out, or just amazing authors. You know what I'm saying? We would have been writing books, number one, best selling books and things of that nature. Or writing movies and things because of our imagination and our ability to attend to details, and illustrate them in so many ways. A lot of people try to, attack the Clipse. Somebody, all they talk about is cocaine, and it's like, it's layered though. You know what I'm saying? It's to be able to talk about a subject for that many years and still be able to maneuver and illustrate certain things in life with it is a great form of creative writing. And another thing about that whole notion is Stephen King, all he writes is horror books and movies, and people never get tired of that. I hate when people do that with rappers. It's like, this is their genre. You know what I'm saying? This is their subject matter that they do. That's their brand. So why are we acting like that ain't a thing in other art forms? But anyway, the Clipse isn't the only, rappers that are, over the 30s and still rhyming well. Run the Jewels, Killer Mike LP, of course Nas. He reinvented himself once again with Hit Boy. What Jay-Z did on the 444 album isn't talked about enough still. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jay-Z went from street hustler to corporate man to married man. Now then, a married man with children. Then he talked about, infidelity and things like you know what I'm saying, the growth. We wasn't blessed enough to see Biggie and Pac become, eldermen in this genre. Their lives were cut short. But what they did at ages 24, 25, created, more generations of hip hop artists, man. And and who knows what would have happened. They might have would have reconciled and made an album together. You just never know. So that's the beauty of seeing artists age gracefully. At the end of the day, they're still artists, and I think the mind only gets better when you introduce it to more things and you're open minded and you live in a life and you're able to provide a wealth of experiences. And that's what's so unique about these hip hop artists is, you know, aging gracefully. Um Raekwon finna drop tonight. That's another one. You know, Freddie Gibbs, you know, I mean, he young, but I mean, he up there too. He finna drop with the Alchemist. So hip hop, man, is nothing wrong, man, with the age, man. LL Cool J, his last album was jamming. He had Fat Joe and Rick Ross on the record. I love that song. So we only do this in hip hop, and that narrative is definitely over with because people, these artists like Clipse and Jay-Z, what Jay-Z was just doing with Beyonce on her tour or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Still rocking the crowd, and the crowd is receiving him like he just dropped. You know, it just show like it's still amazing to see how far hip hop can go. And then for this genre to be so young, man, and it's still producing new acts. And Kendrick Lamar, I mean, the creativity that he's had, each album is so different. Just imagine what Kendrick is going to be doing at 40 and 50 years old. This is not a young man's game. I think it's a young man's game with a certain audience. If that's, we can make that argument definitely, but ageism and hip hop should be dismissed, man. Hip hop is here to stay, and it's gonna be here forever, man. Drop a comment, give me your thoughts, man. If you made this far to the video, I want to say thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the God Level Genius YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell. I am James Vergado, and as always, be God Level. The genius is in you. God Level Genius.